Welcome to The Secret Garden, located at the crossroads of Sassy Lane and Divine Boulevard, where we are powerfully feminine and divinely chaotic. I am your host, Lady Lovely. It's Marvelous Monday, and we're taking a moment to understand and appreciate men. As you take your seat under the willow trees, hit the like button and show the world that you support The Secret Garden. Welcome back, Bloomies. Today, I have something very special and exciting to share. Another post that I found. This one was on Instagram. I found this week. You may have seen it yourself. It is making the rounds. It is such an awesome sight to behold. So again, this was on Instagram. And by the way, you can follow me on Instagram. Link in the description box below. Just below. And while you're down there checking that out, be sure to check and make sure that you are subscribed. Okay? Subscribe and then click the bell and click all. So make sure you get a notification every time we post a new video so that you don't miss any gems coming from The Secret Garden. So again, this is another blessing on social media. Much love to the creator at Hunter_Simone. She is the granddaughter of this beautiful couple who have been married for 51 years. Yes, 51 years. I'm going to play the video and then discuss some of the wonderful elements of patriarchy and femininity that they demonstrate so effortlessly and lovingly in this very short clip. And we get to peek into their lives. So I'm going to play it all the way through. First, we're going to discuss him. Okay, we're going to discuss all his masculine divinity and the elements of the patriarchy that he displays. I want you to pay attention to vocal tones and body language. Okay? Vocal tones and body language. I'm going to play it through, discuss him, the husband, and then play it again, and then discuss the wife. Okay? So, just a moment.
I'll get a spoonful. Come,
you gotta
come this way, honey. Come this way. So you can do chicken salad on bread, croissants. Put it on
the spinach wrap,
lettuce. My favorite way for him is on bread. So you want me to make you a sandwich?
Taste it first, then you can make your sandwich.
Yeah,
it's come in good. Come in the camera
and say hi.
Okay.
This is the love of my life.
Let's see.
Hear that crunch? That's from the peppers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need?
Need a little spice for hold still. Oh yeah, it tastes right now. I'm ready.
Very cute.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's good?
Mm-hmm. While you're at it, a little sandwich. And I might as well have some nice tea and chips to go with it.
You want me to make that for you? I promised God I was going to see about you. So, here comes the sandwich.
Okay, I'm going to go just sit down there.
Come on.
Okay, now Bloomy. Wasn't that fantastic? I mean, just... First of all, the first thing you hear of him is his voice off camera. And you hear the bass immediately. Remember a few weeks back when I talked about understanding a man's language and I talked about the sound of masculinity. That sound, his bass, just the sound, you can't see him. He's still in the other room where they have both called to him and he's responding. You cannot really understand what he's saying, but you hear that bass. And that sound alone tells a woman, a feminine woman, that this man is very masculine. Again, you can't quite understand the words that he's saying, but you can hear him. He responds to her call. That right there is masculinity, okay? He's responding. And then after some, a little while and some chatting and a little urging, he appears slightly off camera. But he's there. Why? How do you know he's there? Because you can see her eyes and her body turn toward him, even though you can't quite see him in the camera yet. And they're telling him, come on, you have to come on camera. But you see her turn. Her body automatically turns. Her eyes turn and her body turns toward him. Hello, femininity. Her body language also tells us that he's masculine. He is a man that a feminine woman, he's a man exuding masculine energy, divine masculine energy. A feminine woman would turn her body toward him. And not just her body, but her eyes also. And she doesn't just continue working and talking to us on the camera without making eye contact when he appears. She makes eye contact immediately. This, again, also tells us this is a man, okay? He's masculine. He's an alpha. He's a protector. He's a provider. He's her protector. He's her provider. He's her leader. She belongs to him and he is her head. Her body language tells the viewer all of that. Her simple movement communicates all of that. Ooh, yes. Then she's kind of chatting about, what you can do. And then she spoons up a bit of the chicken salad and feeds it to him to taste. You see, she has her hand. I don't want to go too deeply into her because we're going to do her next, but she feeds it to him, right? And he lowers his head. Come on, y'all. Did y'all see him? Look, because he's clearly taller than her, okay? And he lowers himself to receive the food. Come on now. And just the way he's looking at her, now he's chewing. And he's looking right at her. He's chewing slowly and he's gazing at her. And then she talks to him about it, okay? We're going to get into that. And he says, she asks him, okay, we're going to get into that. Oh, man. And he tells her it needs a little something, right? A little spice, right? Now he's smooth. He's smooth with it, y'all. And he lightly touches her elbow. Did y'all see that? I told y'all to pay attention now. He lightly touches her elbow, breaking the touch barrier. Hello, masculinity. Again, that movement, his touch is telling us something. He's enjoying the food. He's appreciating her as his wife, as his beloved. Okay, it's so much to unpack in this video. And then he, again, very suave, very debonair. He tells her to hold still, giving her a directive. Come through, leadership. Showing his headship and authority in his home and over his woman. Come on now. And he plants a sweet kiss on her mouth. Okay. He rarely looks directly at the camera. He is watching her and communicating everything with his eyes and his body. This is what their granddaughter, Simone Hunter, that's probably her name. She has been around this couple probably all her life. I'm sure these are her grandparents. She knows how they move. And she decided, probably got their permission, I'm sure, his permission, I'm sure, to let the world get a glimpse of this beautiful love and tradition. Come on, come through, patriarchy, tradition between her grandfather and her grandmother. And it's all there. She's used to it because you can hear her giggle on the side. You can hear her saying, so cute. She's blessed. And then she decided to bless us. Okay, so he's giving her the directive. And then he gives her another directive after he gives her the kiss. And he says, while you at it, making the sandwich, you can throw in some chips and some iced tea. Come on now. And again, he's looking right at her. All his energy is focused on her. And she's still gazing at him like they just got married a couple days ago. Come on, love. Come on, authority. Come on, masculinity. Bloomie, do you see what I see in this video? Woo. Okay. Now we're going to replay it and let's watch her, okay?
I'll get a spoonful. Come this way, honey. Come this way. So you can do chicken salad on bread, croissants. Put it on
the spinach wrap,
lettuce. My favorite way for him is on bread. So you want me to make you a sandwich?
Taste it first, then you can make your sandwich.
It's gonna be good. Come in the camera
and say hi.
This is the love of my life.
Let's see.
Hear that crunch? That's from the peppers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need?
Need a little spice for hold still. Oh yeah, it tastes right now. I'm ready.
Very cute.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's good?
Mm-hmm. While you're at it, a little sandwich. And might as well have some nice tea and chips to go with it.
You want me to make that for you? I promised God I was going to see about you. So, here comes the sandwich.
Okay, I'm going to go just sit down there.
Come on.
All right, Bloomy. Now, there is so much in this video. I mean, I feel like I can't even do it full justice. But, you know, when I came across it, I had to share it today on Marvelous Monday. It's just so much beauty and blessing and lessons in this little teeny snapshot of this marriage. So much to learn, so much to take away about femininity, masculinity, marriage, the patriarchy. Just, all right, so let's start in on this elder queen. First of all, look at her. Look how she's dressed. So classy, so elegant, yet still feminine and soft. Her hair is coiffed so beautifully. And I think I clipped it too short, but she starts the video and she says, "Come on, Pops, chicken salad is on." And she's so feminine and she almost sings it. I mean, I at the beginning of this post, I told you to pay attention to the vocal tones. Listen to her voice, how light and soft her voice is. So then she gently urges him to come into the kitchen. And you can hear him in the background. We went over that, you know. But she's still, "Come on, honey, come on in." And from the soft lightness of her voice, it's like, how could he deny her? I'm sure he was busy with something in the other room, but it's like, why would he say, "Oh no, I'm not coming in there"? Because she's beseeching him in such a light, tender, beautiful way. So while she's waiting for him to appear, she starts talking to the viewers, and she's telling us all the different ways we can enjoy our chicken salad, sharing her cooking expertise. And while she's doing this, you can see her body language is very warm and open. She's fully facing the camera, but her facial expression, the muscles in her face are very soft. Her eyes are open. There's no tension in her face. She's gesturing with her hands, but the movements are light and carefree. Go back and watch it again. There's just so much lightness, and she's open. She's open. The way she's moving her fingers and her arms, her wrists, there's an openness. She doesn't ever cross her arms over her body in a defensive way at all. And it is clear that she is a kitchen goddess. So then he appears, slightly off camera. And immediately, like I said before, she turns toward him and she's asking him, what he wants, and she's listing the offerings. You want some bread, she asks, and still her voice is soft, pliant, and beseeching. She's asking him. She's not making any demands or automatically assuming what he wants and putting it together. She's asking him, even though clearly she has been married to him for years, and I'm sure she knows exactly how he enjoys his chicken salad. So then she shares her favorite way with us, her favorite way of serving him the chicken salad, which is on bread. And like I said before, you know he's there because although she talks to us, her body is turned toward him. Her eyes are turned toward him. And now again, her and the granddaughter tell him to come into the camera frame. Now this man could care less about the camera. He is here for the chicken salad and the woman. And if you listen carefully, you can hear her softly say, "Come on in, come into the camera." And the granddaughter says it too, but then she adds and say hi. But the wife didn't. Go back and check that out. So then he appears and you can see him now. He's in the frame. And she declares to the viewer in the gentle, loving, demure way. She says, "This is the love of my life." I mean, hello, what a better introduction. I mean, this is the love of my life, she says. And in that statement, she clearly declares her subjection and dedication to him. Hello, divine feminine creature. And that gray hair does not matter. You don't even think, because of her softness, her sweetness, there's nothing, everything about her aura and her essence is feminine and youthful. Is even when you see him, even though he doesn't have a full head of hair, he's clearly an elder gentleman, but they are exuding so much masculinity and femininity that you feel youth. You feel a powerfulness there, even though your eyes clearly tell you that they are grandparents. At any rate, you can see that she is clearly a woman willingly, lovingly under the leadership and guidance of a masculine man. So then she slowly spoons up a bit of the chicken salad and carefully brings it to his mouth. I mean, do you watch the grace of her movements? And she's wearing a soft smile on her face. I didn't take time to do it, Bloomie, but when you have time, you get to the end of this, go back and watch it again and count how many times this woman smiles in this little teeny short video. How many times does she smile? I'm certain you will be surprised. She smiles a lot. And now, how often does the average modern woman smile in a day? I'll leave that there. Now, Bloomie, I am not sure if you caught it, but a bit of the chicken salad fell from his mouth or from the fork back into her hand. And as he was chewing and she's gazing at him and he's gazing at her, she gently put that little bit into her mouth and ate it. Somebody say yes. This woman fully loves and trusts this man. They are one. She is not afraid of his cooties or his germs. She willfully, and joyfully embraces them. And as he's slowly chewing, she's watching him, just watching him. And then she asks for his input. Come on, femininity. She is ready for his advice and insight on her cooking. She desires it and is open to it. She is not forcing any joy or satisfaction on him or even demanding it. She is waiting sweetly for his instructions on how she can make it better. Hello, submission. Is that you? Woo. And after he kisses her, she smiles again. And when he says, "Oh yeah, it tastes right now," she nods her head in agreement. Oh man, come through, cooperation, agreement, and oneness. All of y'all, come on in the garden. Bloomy, this video is chock full of blessings and lessons, like I said before. So then he's telling her, he's going to have the sandwich and chips and some iced tea. And she says, look at her. She's still turned toward him. Still. And she says, you want me to make that for you? And again, gazing at him, fully turned, her body is toward him. Now, she's being a little coy with this question because the answer is obvious. But she wants a little more from him. The question tells us that. She wants a little more. More than the kiss, she wants some more. And women do this kind of thing all the time. However, with her, because she's so feminine, she's so soft, she's so gentle, that the question comes off as innocence. There's like an air of innocence to it. And if you remember in last week's post, when we discussed Indigo Firefox's letter to the Patriarchy, I talked about her letter and described it the same way. The simple beauty of it gave it an air of innocence and a childlike quality that is very feminine. Femininity is innocent and childlike, but pure. There's no trickery. There's no deceit. And then this elder queen lowers the boom and she says, because he never answers her. He just keeps looking at her like, come on, woman. Now you know what time it is, And then she says, I promised God I was going to see about you. Oh, like that was such a powerful statement and act of love and submission. She asked him for confirmation that he wanted her to make the sandwich, but then reminded him, without another confirmation, she reminded him of her commitment to him, her submission and femininity. Woo! What a moment. I don't know. There probably are only a few men living today who have experienced a moment like this with the woman that they love. I've watched this video so many times, and every time I get to that part, I almost cry. It gives me chills. She is so soft and open with him. She is a flower. She is his flower. And his smile, the way he smiles back at her after she says that, confirms this for us. Whew. Bloomy, drop down in the comments and just tell me what you got out of this video. And again, shout out to Simone Hunter and her awesome grandparents. The Secret Garden has eternal respect and love for you, and we hope and pray that the Most High continues to bless your union. Bloomies, since it's Marvelous Monday, smile and say hello to a brother. I promise you'll be blessed if you do. As always, be sure to like or subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And until we meet again in the Secret Garden at the crossroads of Sassy Lane and Divine Boulevard, go get back your ooh.